world is not simply becoming more unstable, it is being reconfigured. For decades, the global system was built around one dominant idea: efficiency, cheaper energy, faster shipping, lean supply chains, global production, low inventories, just-in-time everything. But that world was built on assumptions that no longer hold: stable geopolitics, predictable trade, cheap capital, reliable energy, open technology flows. Today, those assumptions are weakening. Energy is becoming leverage. Semiconductors are becoming strategic infrastructure. Rare earths are becoming geopolitical tools. Supply chains are being rebuilt. And optionality is becoming more valuable than maximum efficiency. The next era may not be defined by who is cheapest. It may be defined by who is hardest to disrupt. This is why resilience is becoming power. Thrive in chaos. Signal over noise. Most people think the energy crisis ended when prices normalized. Gas storage recovered. European markets stabilized. Headlines moved on. But this is the wrong level of analysis. Price stability does not mean system stability. The deeper question is not whether prices are lower today. The deeper question is whether the system has become more resilient. Energy is no longer just a commodity. It is now a strategic dependency. Natural gas, electricity, LNG infrastructure, shipping routes, industrial production, all of these are connected. A disruption in one part of the energy system can move through industry, inflation, political stability, and household behavior. The lesson of the last energy crisis was not simply that prices can rise. The real lesson was that energy dependency can become political leverage. When a country or region depends on a narrow set of suppliers, routes, or infrastructure, it does not only face market risk, it faces strategic risk. And this is why the next energy crisis may not look like the last one. It may not begin with a price spike. It may begin with a shipping disruption, a pipeline incident, a refinery bottleneck, an electricity grid constraint, or a geopolitical decision. Energy crises never disappeared. They changed shape. The modern economy runs on chips, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, defense systems, cars, smartphones. Almost every modern system depends on semiconductors, but the most advanced parts of this system are concentrated in a small number of places: Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, the Netherlands, the United States. This means technology is no longer only a matter of innovation, it is a matter of geography. The semiconductor system is not a single industry, it is a chain of dependencies. Design, equipment, materials, manufacturing, packaging, energy, talent. The question is no longer simply who makes the best chips. The question is who controls the ecosystem that makes advanced chips possible. Rare earths sound technical, but they are political. They are used in batteries, electric vehicles, wind turbines, defense systems. But the strategic issue is not only mining, it is processing. A country may have resources in the ground, but if another country controls processing, the dependency remains. This is why rare earths and critical minerals are becoming geopolitical tools. Export controls, processing concentration, industrial policy, strategic reserves. Mining is not enough. Processing is power. For decades, efficiency was the goal. Lean supply chains, low inventories, global sourcing, cheap energy, just-in-time delivery. But efficiency has a hidden weakness. It removes buffers, it reduces redundancy, it concentrates dependencies. It makes systems faster, cheaper, and more fragile. This is the shift now taking place. Companies, countries, and individuals are being forced to move from an efficiency mindset to a resilience mindset. That means more inventory, more suppliers, more routes, more energy flexibility. But in a fragmented world, optionality is not waste, it is protection. Optionality is becoming an asset. Most people watch statements, speeches, press conferences, headlines. But systems usually reveal themselves through behavior before they explain themselves through language. Watch inventories, watch shipping routes, watch capital flows, watch defense spending. Statements can be designed to influence perception. Behavior is harder to fake. When a company moves production, that is signal. When a government builds strategic reserves, that is signal. When capital exits a sector, that is signal. This is why Thrive in Chaos focuses on signals, not noise. The world is not running out of resources, but it is becoming increasingly dependent on systems that are difficult to replace. Energy, semiconductors, food, trade, capital, technology, institutions. Everything is connected. An energy shock can become an inflation shock. A chip shortage can become an AI constraint. A food shock can become a political shock. The old advantage was efficiency. The new advantage is resilience. Resilience means having options before you need them. The most resilient systems will not always look the most efficient, but they will survive disruption better. And in a world where disruption is no longer rare, survival capacity becomes strategic power. This is the central idea of Thrive in Chaos. No panic, no noise, only signal. The world is not simply falling apart, it is being reconfigured. The challenge is not to predict every shock. That is impossible. Thrive in Chaos is built to track those signals, not to create panic, not to chase headlines, but to turn uncertainty into structure.